We're out warming up and now going hard, making all these noises. And I'm going, oh, they're wasting their energy. Don't worry about them, team. And then they come out, smoke us. We're like, oh, got that one wrong.
Rugby was your first love. When you jumped over to the paddle and left rugby, what was that transition and how did it all happen?
My cousin just gave me a paddle. It actually helped me with my symptoms and stuff as well. Just clearing my head and being on the water.
What is the biggest misconception people have about outrigging canoeing, do you feel?
I mean, outrigger is much more popular than dragon boating.
Just because I've represented Canada or Germany or America doesn't mean that I'm a good coach.
That is my point. Sometimes the best coach isn't the fastest or the best paddler. If you're rudderless and don't have leadership, you're not going to be a good coach. You're going to lose paddlers, and guess what? You're not going to win.
There you go. Paddles ready. This is Paddles Ready, the global voice of paddle sports. Live commentary, race coverage, athlete stories and expert analysis from across the world of paddling. From dragon boat racing to ocean ski, this is where the competition, the culture and the stories come together. Let's get into it.
Woo! Hey, good morning, everybody. Dougie, how to see ya?
How are you, Hando? It's good to be back. It's been a big couple of weeks on the road, but we're back now.
It has been. Well, we've got a special guest today, our Antipodean brothers. We've got one of the best, and how we're excited about introducing Mitch. Good morning to Paddles Ready and welcome.
Yeah, morena. It's awesome to be on here. Been listening to your guys' content for a while now, and you guys are doing some awesome work, and it's good to see you guys and what you're doing and throwing out some good content for paddlers.
Oh, absolutely. And look, this is why we got everything going, and we're really excited about talking to you and your experience, because we are dragon boat centric, but we are Paddles Ready, where we're covering outrigging, surf skiing, and dragon boating. And Dougie, Mitch's journey from, I suppose, professional sport, Mitch, from rugby to outrigging and now dragon boating, has been an amazing journey. And Dougie, how good's this? We've got the guys just across the ditch is Mitch in the Antipodean. And the Kiwis have shown us how to play rugby for years, and now hopefully they're not going to show us how to paddle better.
No, exactly. So, Mitch, you've represented New Zealand outrigging. Prior to that, just for people who don't know, Mitch, rugby was your first love. You're playing with Otago, and from what I've read, and from, please pull me up at any stage, a couple head knocks pushed you into outrigging, and a decision needed to be made. So early doors, for people who don't know you, Mitch, how did this all evolve? And when you jumped over to the paddle and left rugby, what was that transition, and how did it all happen?
Yeah, well, it's a bit of a story. Like you said, I was down at Otago playing rugby down there, and sustained, man, I think I had 4 or 5 surgeries down there, and then a couple of bad head knocks. My last one was about 2 years where I just couldn't do exercise. I couldn't study. I was in a pretty bad way, so had to hang up the boots. And then some of my family live in Tahiti, so I would go back and visit them all the time. And my cousin just gave me a paddle, and then I come back to New Zealand and pretty much just went to the local canoe club down here in Mount Maunganui. And it actually helped me with my symptoms and stuff as well. Just clearing my head and being on the water, and having that kind of connection. Just being out on the water.
Was there a grieving, I guess, process there as well? Did you feel, I'm a sportsman at heart, I'm a rugby player. I need to do something. Just so you don't fall into that, I guess, that mental.
Yeah, I was just trying to find another sport. Like I used to play golf growing up, so I kind of tried to go back to that, but that just made me more frustrated, you know. Uh, so I wanted to
There's
like
more money in
have
golf and outrigging. More money in
yeah.
golf.
I don't think I would have won much, but yeah, it was just a good sport for me where I could use my strength and my fitness and my power kind of translated over. And I mean, at the start I was paddling like a kayak, but you know, over the years I've just gone full in, and yeah, the rest is history, really.
Oh, good. And from that moment in Tahiti, what was the transition then? You obviously joined the local club with your mates, and when did the penny drop to say, hey, I can become a Kiwi doing this? Bugger the All Blacks, I'm going to become a New Zealand representative.
Yeah, well, pretty much as soon as I got into the sport, I wanted to represent my country. And there was like guys like Tipuria King who was kind of setting the way. And I connected with a coach here called Karina Gage, and she's pretty much told me if you want to get better, you need to go to Hawaii and Tahiti and spend months or half a year at least over there. So 2019, that's what I did. I spent 3 or 4 months in Tahiti, and then spent the rest of the year in Hawaii.
Wow. And did you do Molokai?
Yep. So I've done Molokai 3 or 4 times now. Probably would have been more without COVID. I joined Team Oceania over there. And so 2 years ago, we come third, which was awesome. And yeah, just do all the other changeover races over there, and did Hawaii Nui last year with a Tahitian crew. So yeah, some awesome opportunities. This will be my 4th World Champs in Singapore. And then the dragon boat story is another story as well. But yeah,
We'll get into that one. Dougie was actually just in Singapore talking to all the head guys up there from Vaha with Prash and the guys there. So you'll see them over there. The Oceania, that's a team put together to do international races in outrigging. Is that correct?
yeah, it's a special team. It's a guy Mari Masio, who's kind of Fijian, used to live in New Zealand but lives in Hawaii. And so he gets his local club there, and then gets international paddlers from Australia, New Zealand, Tahiti, and come and race together under one team. So you have to kind of live there for 2 months and do all the racing and training. But yeah, it's been an awesome experience. We've had guys from Aussie, Sean Shumarak, Mitch Olds, Paul Chong. They've all come over as well. So
Nice.
it's pretty
Oceania,
cool.
we've got the Oceania Diggers, our team over here. So good name. So Dougie, really, it's great timing that Mitch is here. We're loving the cross-reference of the outriggers from the Waka coming into the Dragon Boat. We saw them at the Aussie titles. We had Wairo 100 Waters come over and dominate, which was fantastic.
Well, they came over, dominated, and went home with all their medals. They didn't even stick around for a beer.
Hey, that's not like them.
They didn't even stick around for a beer. It's like
they gave me some gifts because I was commentating the Wairo in Italy. So it's great to see. So tell us a bit about that, because it's been in the press. You're talking about having your paddles ready. We saw you go from leaving on the plane, landing in China. I think you and some of your team members, because I linked you up with Fiona, Mr. Luau from Champion, and they're doing an amazing job. We're just about to do a massive, big paddles ready, I suppose, launch into China. So tell us about that, how it was. Dougie calls it the F1 of dragon boating. You're the first international team. You're the first Guilo, as they would say in Hong Kong, to come. Tell us a bit about that, and how was it? It must have been phenomenal.
We kind of had a group last year. We went over to Milo and paddled, and then from there it's kind of developed into this Nahoe Wha it's kind of like a Māori dragon boat team, I guess. So it was a massive group, mostly funded by New Zealand Foshan Art and Cultural Association. And yeah, we took a team or squad of about 35, 40 people, and went over, and then yeah, man, you get treated like royalty over there. It's unreal. We were pretty, like, it was pretty unexpected. Like, it's a different boat. From watching them, they go up on their knees as well. So that was, we're a little bit nervous. You're going in and out. There's different courses. There's the sea course. There's the back and forward. There's the one where you go in and out and back round. So we jumped on the boat and practiced. We figured out that the knees thing wasn't really quite for us.
Did you have your own sweep, or you had your local sweeps, and then did some of your guys have a go?
Yeah, so at the start we had all the locals, and even the teams from outside of that area used the local steerers. And then we're like, oh, we'll give it a go. We've got some good steerers here, and so we did, and we started to nail it. And we're like, oh, okay. And then we trained again and went a little bit faster, and we were like, man, we can do this ourselves. And I was like, oh, I was a bit nervous making that call, but in the end, I was like, man, if you could do this, it would be awesome. It was a little bit controversial. Like, they actually, from what we heard after, they weren't going to let us race because we weren't using their local steerers. They kind of seen it as maybe a disrespect to them. But our guides were telling us, no, you guys do it. You do it by yourselves. And we're like, okay, well, you guys are running this.
And how many were in the boat? How many? Was it a 50-man or?
Nah, you could get about 30 paddlers and then 6 steerers, 3 on either side, and a drummer. But because we were turning and we've got quite a big team, we're a bit bigger than the Chinese. We kind of dropped it down to about 26 paddlers.
So your own Kiwi waka boat in China, in Foshan, and how did you go?
We did all good. Like, the race was crazy, like thousands of people. Like, our supporters couldn't even watch us because it's just packed, It's just so many people. And we nailed it. Like, we made the turns. We did it. I think we were around, I think we were in the middle for our time. It's just a one-off go. We did have to kind of slow down a little bit around the turns. And then the other thing is around turning around. Like, you got to stop, put the brakes on, and then swap around. So, I mean, that was something.
And then swing around and come back.
Yeah. So you have to do 1, 2, 3 times you're braking and turning and going paddling back through the canal. So, we just had to learn that on the go and figure that one out as well.
And you're going back about the locals. So let's talk about, again, the culture of the Maori. My sister actually was just in Christchurch up there, and she had the traditional canoe with the feathers. She went through a whole cultural respect of the I suppose it's the traditional Kiwi outrigger, and then to go and do what you did in China with their culture, where we're bringing East meets West and West meets East. It must have been, Dougie. It's the timing's just perfect for what we're talking about, and you've gone and done it. Where did you feel? Was it you getting chills when you sat in that boat, in the old big teak wooden boats?
Yeah, like, that is their tradition that's been going for thousands of years. And so, yeah, when you sit in it and the people are like, man, it's such a big deal for them. So you just got to keep remembering that and kind of connect it to the traditions we have with waka and stuff, and know how important it is for them, and just how seriously they take it. It was pretty cool. And even seeing their top teams training and racing, you're like, wow, like these guys are awesome.
That's what we noticed. Yeah, so that's what we noticed when we went to the Worlds last year in Brandenburg. You're watching where, you're seeing the Canadians, you're seeing the Americans, we're seeing the Aussies, we're seeing the Kiwis. And then guess who jumps out of the box? The Chinese team. And it was, the pace was just serious, wasn't it, Hando? Yeah, 39 seconds. It was just crazy. And we're calling it, and I was calling it like a 5-year-old in a candy shop. It was just crazy. It was absolutely crazy. But anyway, listen, Mitch, what is the biggest misconception people have about outrigging canoeing, do you feel?
I think, well, in every country it's different, but in New Zealand, I mean, outrigger is much more popular than dragon boating. So we really try to encourage our dragon boaters, and especially because it's easier to get out, especially when it's winter and stuff. So going out on a single or a 6-person canoe. So we really encourage our dragon boaters to do both, and that will really help them develop their dragon boating. And you can hide less, So we're like, hey, jump in a walker, and it will help you out. So we're trying to really push that in New Zealand, and to do both. It's there's so much similarities, and we've seen massive strides in paddlers that have done that. So I don't know if that's a misconception or what, but
Well, saying that, doing both, what do you feel do you have to prepare more mentally for, an ocean race or dragon boat racing, or completely two different scenarios of preparedness, I guess?
probably long distance open ocean canoe racing, because there's you're in the canoe. Yeah, so many factors and stuff. And then for me, because I mean, I've only been dragon boating for maybe 3 years, so it's just trying to learn and experience. Like in Germany, it was a massive learning curve to figure things out, how it rolls, how the stroke is a little bit different, and watching different teams. Um, so yeah,
Were
it's
you
just
in
been
Brandenburg?
yeah.
Ah, right.
So funny story about the Chinese. They were out warming up and now going hard, making all these noises. And I'm going, oh, they're wasting their energy. Don't worry about them, team. And then they come out, smoke us. We're like,
God, they smoked
oh,
it.
got that one wrong.
Yeah, you had a big contingent in Germany, and as you said, we commentating wise, when we went live with the live chat, because obviously the Kiwis they're up early, they're 2 hours ahead of everything. But no, that's great. That's awesome with that. But going back to the outrigging, what you said, where people can't hide, like you've got the likes of Danny Ching that we had Tommy, the head of the US Dragon Boat Federation, and their stipulation for the USM is you're getting on an OC1 and you're doing the time trial because you can't hide, and that power, and they've got calculations that do that. And I think countries all around the world are utilizing the phenomenal paddlers that we have globally. And, Dougie, remember Tommy said the outrigger guys love the dragon boat because suddenly they're right next to teams where if you're in a 42-kilometer in the middle of Molokai, sometimes you're by yourself for 2 hours and there's no other canoe around you. So the adrenaline at the start from a dragon boat compared to the start of an ocean series outrigging race is totally different.
Well, coming into the we got the 2030 paddle sports coming up here in Brizzy. Well, we haven't got it yet, but yeah, Gold Coast. There's good intel that we've got a good proposal there against the rest of the world. But then we've got the 2032 Olympics. So could we see an event or a series where both outrigging, paddling, and dragon boating come together as a force, and it be tied to the World Paddle Games and tied to the Olympics of some, whether it's a demonstration, I'm not too sure. We've spoken about with Mike how the numbers of the dragon boat pretty much doesn't lend itself to be an Olympic sport, but there's got to be a way that we can merge these two sports as such, or disciplines, and bring in an event or a series similar to what I guess they're doing up in China.
Yeah, for sure. That Olympic one's a tough one. You can see like some random sports in there and stuff like that. I know with outrigger, we definitely don't have enough countries yet that are involved in it. And then like our major countries like Tahiti would come under France, but I reckon dragon boating, that's probably got the best chance. I mean, there's outrigger in Paralympics. We got a Paralympian that does outrigger, but that's coming under kayaking, under the kayaking scene.
Yeah, that's the IOC, the ICF, that good old discussion that'll just keep coming round and round.
So what's up next, Mitch? Where are you off to?
Yeah, where's next? Where's next? So we know you're about to hop on a plane, right?
Yeah. Group of us are heading over to the Gorge, which is a downwind race. I'm not sure if you've heard of it, but it's in Portland, America. So it's it's unbelievable. They do surf ski as well, and it's down a river. It's wind against tide, so you're actually going downwind into the current, and it just stacks up, and it's just a surf for 20K.
Oh, wicked.
So
really?
And you're in a 6-man? You're in a
6-man on the first day, and then the rest of the week you just practice and you just do downwinds, and they have shuttles, and then you race OC1 at the end.
Right. And do you take your own, or it's already all supplied?
All supplied, yeah. So you got to get a connection over there for the canoes, but we're all sorted. You stay right on the campground, right on the river, these big mountains, and the wind just funnels down.
In Portland, Oregon, is it?
Yeah, just out of Portland. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll reach out to Tommy and see if he's got anybody going there.
Yeah, YouTube it, the Gorge. The Gorge is unreal, yeah. And then I come back for a few weeks and then off to Singapore.
Off to Singapore. That's exciting. We've been talking to some people there. They are super excited to have the World Vaha Sprint Championships. Dougie, you were just in Singapore with the team up there, and there's a fabulous club, Singapore Paddle Club, SPC, that have been very dominant in both outriggers across Asia, but also dragon boating. They've got a coach there, Hans, and I probably pronounced it wrong.
For Mitch, for people who don't know who you are, who's Mitch away from the paddle? What do you do when the paddle, not paddle's ready, when the paddles are down? What's something that these paddlers around the world, they see you at the elite level, they see you winning gold, they see you tearing up the course. What's Mitch do when he's at home, or are you watching the All Blacks? Because there's not much to watch about them at the moment.
Yeah, I'm a avid rugby fan, rugby league up the wires. I'm a high school teacher, believe it or not. I teach at my old school, Tauranga Boys. So they're really, really awesome. They support me enormously. So I teach PE outdoor ed and a bit of geography as well. Pretty much tell the kids where I'm traveling to, and then I coach Outrigger, the juniors, and I have my own non-profit organization where I have all my canoes and stuff, so the kids can get involved and don't have to pay to paddle. And I run programs for them during the school holidays and coach them, and taking a group to Vakaiva, which is a race in Rarotonga. Yeah.
And what island are you? Are you north or south?
I'm North Island, so Tauranga. I'm on the coast there. Beautiful spot.
Is it right up north near Taupu Bay, or?
Oh, sorry, I'm like 2 hours south of Auckland. I'm not sure if you've seen, there was a mountain slipped earlier this year and people passed away. It was a big slippage on a so that's where I live.
So Mitch, I mean, obviously you'd be a lot of mentoring. It probably leads into my next question, where you had rugby, you had your love of rugby taken away from you. We've touched briefly. You battled cancer. You've represented New Zealand. You've inspired a lot of people along your way on your journey. When you look back over that journey, what's the one lesson you keep teaching yourself about life and how to go forward?
Yeah, nice. Well, first off, always just grateful for the opportunities that I get. And, I've had a lot of people pass away in my life as well. So I kind of look at it like, you only got one opportunity, you only got one life. So you can sit on the couch and be disheartened by things, or you can get up and represent the people that can't do it and people that have gone before me. And ever since like all those injuries and the cancer and stuff, man, I've just like, let's just go. There's no point of waiting or giving up opportunities that present themselves. And if I can go, I can go. If I can help other people, then so be it. So just always grateful. Enjoying all these opportunities that come. And I heard a good quote the other day on another podcast around just doing cool shit with cool people.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we're cool enough, Dougie, for Mitch Zanstra. But it's pretty cool, and that's really important. Where we saw Paddles Ready with our vision and our experience. Obviously, we've been in the sport a long time, and every time we either tune in or go online, and just the response that we're getting, and we're growing. And we're loving to have people on it and tell their stories and be that global voice about paddlers, and having yourself on regarding outrigging. And we're going to be doing so many different episodes of different paddling sports. And we're really loving what we do. And I'm glad that you love what you do, obviously representing New Zealand, and also you mentioned you went through cancer. We had Mary Gibson. You should go back and have a look at that interview as well. She's doing a magical job with the breast cancer paddlers globally, and they've got 6,000 athletes in France in August next month.
Yeah, it's nuts. Hey Mitch, your little saying that you just said there, it reminds. I used to paddle open skis, single ski, double skis, ocean races back in the day, back in the 90s. I remember I had a paddling partner, and we'd jump on the back, and just before we're about to go, he just look at me and go, "Dougie, don't be shit." That was the one-liner. And I don't know what was worse. I was waiting for the gun to go, or that was just ringing in my head. But anyway, keep me on the straight and narrow. Mitch, we'll just quickly wrap up. Mate, I've got one more question for you. When your paddling career is over, what do you hope your journey, people will remember Mitch Zanstra for along the way, and what you did? How do you want to be remembered after your career comes to an end?
Yeah, well, I hope I can stay in this the sport both sports for a long time, But I guess looking back, just a good guy, that gives back, and races with humility, and shares the experience with other people. I try to bring people along with my journey. So got all my mates to China this year, bringing extra people to the gorge race, trying to bring up juniors into that space. Just someone who is good to race with, good cool guy me that does cool things, but always grateful, always grateful for everything and the opportunities I get. And if I can use my experience, and people have given me some great opportunities, so if I can do that for others, I think that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about, isn't it? That's what it's all about, just giving back. But mate, well, Hando, I think we've touched on everything there about Mitch. I know plenty more about Mitch, and I think you're a cool guy. So
Mitch is cool. Well, mate, you're part of the Paddles Ready team now, Mitch. So we'll get you I'll send across a Paddles Ready dragon boat, new carbon fiber one for you over there. So you'll have to be giving a bit of a test of the power.
Look forward to catching up in person. We can have a couple of Steiner grenades or something like that, whether it's up in Asia or something. But mate, Mitch, thank you so much. Stay safe travels today, mate. Hando and I are definitely going to be looking at that Portland, Oregon race. That sounds amazing, especially for me being an ex-single ski paddler. But mate, stay safe. Stay close with us. Give us an update. Let us know how it all goes. And thank you for your time this morning.
Yeah, for sure. Just from me, just appreciate your guys' content, and everyone loves to listen to more paddling stuff and whatever it is, interviews and stuff like that. So thanks for letting me jump on, and yeah, we'll definitely connect next time we're in the same country.
Mate, sounds great. Thank you once again.
We'll see if you do it. We do a bit of a sign off usually, and we crank it up. But Mitch Zanstra, that was awesome. I'm Hando.
I'm Dougie.
And I'm Mitch.
And we are Paddles Ready.
And that's Mitch.
Oh, Mitch!
That's crazy as well.
What's that one? What's that one? Which is that one?
That's China.
So we're down here at Varsity Lakes. This is Paddles Ready, your voice for paddlers. And we're here with Kim. Kim, what club are you from?
I'm from Gold Coast Dragons.
Worst excuse you've heard from someone to miss training?
Probably a sore toe.
A sore toe?
Yeah,
Whereabouts in the boat do you sit?
about seat 3.
Downwind or grind?
A downwind.
Early morning starts, training, or sleep in?
Early morning starts.
What's more important, fitness or technique?
Technique.
Okay. Carbon fibre or wooden paddle?
Carbon fibre.
Coffee before or after training?
Don't drink coffee.
Don't drink coffee, okay. Biggest talker on the boat?
Our coach Cheryl.
Thank you, Cheryl. Sprint or distance?
Sprint.
Beers or lemonade on a Sunday after a regatta?
Lemonade.
Favourite regatta you competed in around the globe?
Have to be Brandenburg in last year in Germany.
Fantastic, that's my favourite too.
Yeah.
Your one tip that instantly makes someone a better paddler?
To drive hard.
And complete this sentence. If I wasn't a paddler, I'd be a...
Sitting at home watching the couch.
Beautiful. Thanks, Kim.
No
That's
worries.
Paddles Ready.
Thank you. Bye.
How are you, Hando?
Getting ready. I love the content that's been coming out.
Hando's hot take.
Oh, well, it's that time of...
I actually think you're going to have an opinion on this. I don't know what your opinion's going to be.
Opinion or a thought?
I reckon you're going to have an opinion
Ooh.
because you're a coach. I
Try
noticed
to be.
over 30 years of us being in this sport,
Mm-hmm.
there seems to be a lot of, if you're a fast paddler, you're deemed a good paddler, therefore you should be a coach.
Oh.
And then I throw this to you. That fast paddler becomes a coach and then a beginner starts and then quits. Because they're great paddlers, but you're not a coach. Why do clubs endorse a fast paddler to be a coach? Why aren't they educating to be a coach? Not just throw a fast. Do you know where I'm going with this? There should be like an education program.
Well, there is.
There is. Okay.
This is the hot take. Like
You had to go and do just recently. You had to go and do your
reaccreditation for sweeping.
For sweeping, 100%.
For sweeping.
And we all know you can sweep. Around the world knows you can sweep. So yeah, there
But
you go.
you
There's
still
an
have to
education.
jump
You still have to do it. But why reward a fast paddler? I'm not saying everyone.
Is it a paddler or is it a leader? Is it a coach?
100%.
We've talked about this before, but you're nailing it right
fast
there.
paddler doesn't need to be a coach just out of favoritism. That's what I'm saying.
No. But
Because you're being detrimental to the club.
To grow the sport. It's like you said, to grow sports, like which we've seen in Dubai and also throughout Asia. The experienced paddlers have their own friends network or they own that. And you've seen it in all different types of sports that sometimes they don't agree with what's happening. And then they go and do a sports accreditation level 1 or level 2 dragon boat coaching. And now they think that they can do it better.
Well, that's it.
Is that a question for you guys? Please send it in. Have you had experience where you're sitting next to a paddler that's doing a coach's course, starting to tell a brand new paddler how to do it when they actually can't, they haven't nailed it themselves? I think it's managing. Like we said before, you know, and I know people, you know, I keep reverting back to some of the stuff that I used to teach, but, you know, clubs do. They chop and change, and paddlers change.
Yeah.
Paddlers change in and out of boat, and they travel as well.
Yeah. But, I mean, you take a look at, say, here in Australia, the NRL, our biggest rugby league, you know, probably the biggest rugby league in the world, comp in the world.
Well, yeah, it is. It's pretty much.
You look at the coaches there. The top coaches there have only played a handful of NRL games themselves. You throw in a player who's been playing top, Okay, take Billy Slater out of thing and maybe foreign, but these coaches have only played like a handful of first grade, and mainly reserve grade, but they're leaders.
Yeah.
They're leaders. They're leaders.
Look, that's-
I just think
it's
rewarding
a
the
good
fastest
question.
paddler and the best paddler to these. Oh, you're a coach. I think it's detrimental to the club. I think it's detrimental to the boat, and it's detrimental to a beginner paddler.
And you know what? That's an interesting take, because you could then throw it on the other foot, as they say, and well, you know what? You're actually not the best paddler. However, what we've seen, what you're doing and how you talk and how you interact,
Leadership.
and you sweep,
Yep.
you'd actually be an awesome coach. Just because I've represented Canada or Germany or America doesn't mean that
And
I'm a
that's my
good
point.
coach.
That is my point. Sometimes the best coach isn't the fastest or the best paddler.
No.
And I think clubs need to have a look at that, and they need, once again, go through, know your paddlers.
Yeah.
Know your paddlers,
KYP, know your paddler.
Or know your paddler in your boat and know a little bit more about them than Hando from, Kelvin Grove.
Mm.
Learn. And I think you'll start seeing a whole range of new coaching people coming through. But anyway,
and you look, you're talking about social media and how it is with these courses and influencers, and you got the OC paddlers out there. You got the Danny Chings, you got Mitch Zander,
100%.
unbelievable. They're paddling everywhere, and then you've got your dragon boat coaches like Tech Lee online, following it, and then that. But look, mate, great question.
I just think it's,
I'd pose that to all the other
Yeah.
viewers or tuning in out there.
you don't
What does it take? The hot take. What does it take to be a great coach?
And
my
belief is,
and
I
do
don't-
they fail?
Yeah.
Do some coaches, like, what happens if you're the coach of the club? And I wonder if that happens, Dougie.
Yeah.
I wonder if paddlers switch clubs. Like, it's pretty.
100% that would happen.
Maybe. I don't know, because it's very geographical, right? You can't just. I like the Sydney tsunami coach or the.
No, but paddlers are like football players. They'll jump with their coach without a shadow of a doubt.
especially with touring teams.
I mean, with touring teams, we're a semi-professional sport in a sense when we get to the big boys and the big ladies. But without a doubt, but paddlers are jumping ship, pardon the pun, because they're following the coach. And then clubs are losing paddlers, and guys are going, you know what, I can't be asking them on Saturday morning.
And it's interesting. You see actually different coaches' methodology come into a new club over a Prems, a Senior A, a Senior B, and you see the club transforming.
Yep, 100%.
You see,
and that's leadership,
yeah,
and that's direction.
that's direction.
And that comes down to even when you're running a company or running a business, or us running our podcast. We need some leadership. Sometimes I don't know what path we're going down, but that's
okay.
that's life.
That's what we want
But
to do.
if you're rudderless, I'm pulling out the puns today, aren't I?
Goodness
if
me.
you're
I
rudderless,
tell you what, we're going to have to go back very soon and work out what we've actually talked about. Because
But if you're rudderless and you
I
don't
don't know
have
how many episodes we've done now, but they're going global, and that's a good hot take.
But I'm just saying, if you're rudderless and you don't have leadership, you're not going to be a good coach. You're going to lose paddlers, and guess what? You're not going to win.
There you go.
All right, so that's
The hot take.
that's Hando's hot take. We're into it today. All right, mate. See you later.
Oh, that's another one done and dusted, and
That
you took
was-
it out of me.
That was awesome, wasn't it? There was some good content there. I loved it.
But you just keep flowing and flowing, and with that, talk about flowing, we need you to flow. We're signing off.
But hang on, did you know, just quickly, someone asked me the other day, do you guys have notes? I said, no, we just talk.
Notes.
What are notes? What, like
Notes.
Post-it notes? Or?
Yeah, post-it notes.
But it just
we do
shows-
just talk.
It just shows that we
And
just
we love
talk
it.
about it. And we love it. And we love you guys tuning in, and we love getting your content that you're sending
That's
us.
it. So that's another one.
That's another one done, Hando. So don't forget
You
to
call it
subscribe.
done and dusted.
Done and dusted.
Like it, Instagram. Send your email in.
Send your email in, get on, subscribe to YouTube. You know what you have to do. We don't have to pump it out to you. And have a great week. I'm Dougie,
I'm Hando.
and we're Paddles Ready.
Bye for now.
This podcast is brought to you by PodPro Australia.